I'm talking with Dr. Monica Bertagnolli from the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston and the group chair of the Alliance for Clinical Trials in Oncology. Dr. Bertagnolli, we've seen recently severe problems with funding of clinical trials due to the sequestration, due to overall budget constraints. What is the current status of public funding of clinical trials, and where are the areas of keenest need?
Over the last 10 years, basically for the group that I run and can represent best, our effective spending power has declined by about 29 to 30% over the last 10 years. Now, this is at a time when the complexity of studies is increasing, so things are more expensive to do and more difficult. The promise of new things that could really bring great advances to the American public is just blossoming during the last 10 years. So the opportunities are there more than they ever have been. The complexity is higher, and the funding has actually effectively gone down. So it's been very, very challenging. I mean, I think that the best way to put it is, you know, we can do a limited amount of really important research. We wish we had more funding because we think that the opportunities out there for our public are much, much greater than what we have available funding for. Finally, I think another underappreciated contribution of public funding of cancer research is the ability of publicly funded studies to rein in healthcare costs. So for example, you know, we all know that healthcare spending is way out of control, and we have to figure out how to rein in healthcare costs. Our group recently conducted a study showing that one very expensive and fantastic new drug from a pharmaceutical sponsor was not any better than the cheaper, you know, out-of-patent drugs that are available. Now, that study is absolutely crucial in being able to rein in healthcare costs. Well, a pharmaceutical partner is not going to be interested in funding studies like that. So there are many studies that have direct healthcare dollar spending implications for which public funding can gather the data that allows us to tell the American people, no, it really is not necessary to spend those extra dollars because we have real high quality solid data that says that a cheaper alternative is just as good. So there you go.
Isn't that argument rather difficult, though, to make the people who hold the public purse strings? You know?
Well, you know, the people who hold the public purse strings have a difficult challenge, you know. You know, I think we can just make the most compelling case that the kind of work we do is incredibly high quality, it's incredibly important, it impacts lives across our nation every day, and that in the long run, investing in this kind of work is not only going to increase the quality of what we do, of what we're able to provide our patients, it's also going to be able to use data, real data, to help control healthcare spending. And I think that's a very compelling argument for our legislators, and hopefully they will realize that this is an investment that's worth making.
Very good. Thank you, Dr. Bertagnolli.
Thank you.